Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing with the Kingdom of Romania. Alright, so before we jump into the episode, I'd like to mention the big news. The next expansion for HOI4, La Resistance, does now finally have a release date, and that is February 25th. So basically, right when I said it was going to release when we first started talking about it in August and September of last year, everybody was thinking that it was going to come out before Christmas. People were expecting like a fall release, and just based on the way Paradox has done it in the past with HOI4, which has not gotten a lot of expansions, the development of HOI4 has been incredibly slow compared to other Paradox games. I figured that it was going to be in February or March. I said late February or early March was when we were going to see the DLC, and here we are. So I will get it, hopefully. I usually get it a week early, and we start that series whenever the embargo lifts, typically like 4 or 5 days before the release date. I'm hoping it'll be like that Friday or something beforehand. So it's about a month away, a little bit less than a month, I suppose, before we're going to be starting that new series. So I'm excited, or starting the new series with the new expansion, I should say. Really excited for it, guys. I've been following the developer diaries, and overall it just looks like massive improvements, a lot of big changes. We've talked about it in past series. You can always go read the dev diaries if you're wondering what all they're changing. But yeah, I'm really excited for it, guys. So we will likely have this be the last series. This will probably be the last series until the DLC comes out. Whenever this ends, I have another game that I want to play. So another strategy game that I just got the code for yesterday. So I'd like to start that like in a week or so. So that's the plan, is we'll finish this series, and then we'll play that other strategy game, and then we'll be starting at least one, if not two series when La Resistance comes out. A lot of people have asked me who I'm going to be playing with, guys. I don't actually know, because I'm kind of torn, because obviously you want to play as like France and Spain, or Portugal, the ones who got like new focus trees. But in the past, I've had a lot of success not covering the games that got the new national focus trees, because then I have to compete with all these really large channels. These channels with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, or just even double my subscribers is obviously a much larger channel than mine. And so when I have to compete with them, like if I do a French campaign, everybody's going to do a French campaign. Like everybody's going to be playing as a French. So whenever I do that, and I've done it in the past, and it usually isn't very successful. The American one was one on the last expansion was an exception, because we played as communists while everybody else played as fascist. So I think that's why that series did well. But for the most part, I've had a lot of success. Like playing in Waking the Tiger, I played as the British rather than over in China, and I had a lot of success with that series. So I'm torn, because I want to play the new countries, but at the same time I don't want to have to compete with the big channels. So maybe what I'll do is do like one of the new countries that's getting or one of the countries that's getting a new tree for one of the campaigns, and then the other campaign will be somebody else who plays well with the new mechanics and stuff, but maybe might not be as popular with the bigger channels. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just bringing it up now because I know people are going to ask again. So let's get started. I left the pinned comments on that last video saying that this is not going to work, guys. You'll notice I've already done a few things, started moving some troops around to places where they'd be better positioned. But I think we're going to be changing this whole thing up, guys. Frankly, I just don't think that this is I think we could defend in some areas, but for the most part, there's a lot more troops along the border than I was expecting, guys. We also can't get the allies to accept us into their alliance, into their faction, until after we're at war with Germany, and then I bet they'll be willing to accept the same way that Germany accepted once we were both at war with the Soviet Union, which means we can't get them into our lands to help us defend our borders until after the war starts. So that's going to take a while to get here. So we have to kind of rely on ourselves here. So the high-level forts, even if we went up to 6, 7, 8 level forts, I still don't know if we'd be able to do it with just how many divisions are across here. And besides, going that high would take forever trying to go all the way across this very large front. And again, I'm willing to if we get defeated and we have to fall back, I'm willing to do that, fall back on a better defensive positions, ones where they're a little bit easier to defend and, maybe fortified or whatever. And most importantly, shorter fronts. But I'm not going to give up any territory without a fight, guys. I'm going to make them fight me for it. And I want to see if we can keep all the territory. I'm going to try. So I posted in that comment all the things we're going to be doing here in the beginning to try and fix the situation so that we can try and build more divisions. Now, you'll notice we already have more manpower than we did when we left last episode. That's because I did disband I disbanded some of the submarines here. We might disband a few more. We don't need this. Guys, we have so many submarines. I kept 50 submarines, all level 2s, and we're getting them going into this little training fleet here, training task force. We also have some extra destroyers too, guys, that we didn't build. We must have got from somebody we defeated, or something like that, because I don't know where the hell we got them from. So we have some extra, which I can show you guys how many there. 4 extra destroyers, and that's in addition to the destroyers that we already had. So I'm not sure where those came from, but we'll keep them, I suppose, just because it's the only surface fleet we have right now. So we're going to get rid of, or we did get rid of a lot of submarines. I got rid of some task force as well. I think I destroyed like 10 submarines or something like that. Disbanded them for the manpower. They don't have much manpower. Each submarine's like 200 manpower, guys, so it doesn't really generate a lot. And got rid of some air wings as well. We can always build those later once we have the manpower. For right now, we just need to get some troops building. So there's a lot of different things we're going to be able to do to try and get this situation fixed. And the first thing we're going to do is go and start training some troops with the manpower that we have. We're going to go and do 2. I know that we don't have the manpower for this right now, but that's okay. Just put them in there and get these guys trained up. And then we also have the Russian divisions. I went through all their divisions because they had a lot of different division designs. I went through them all and found the 2 best ones, and we are going to go ahead and train those using their manpower. So let's go ahead and get those going. Go ahead and train these guys up, and they should have plenty of manpower, so it's not going to be an issue. So we could just go like, let's see how far we can even go. And it looks like they have a lot of equipment. Let's go and train some of these guys up as well. We'll just do 1 time here for right now. But yeah, they are stacked on equipment. I did give them a lot. We'll probably give them some more. We also need to give some equipment to the Bulgarians too. Let's just see how many we can get on here. All right, so it looks like this is when we're running out of stuff here. What is it? Okay, so in this case, and we actually have to fix these designs. Actually, I forgot about that because they're not perfect. They have light tanks in here that I don't feel is necessary. So let's do the medium tanks. And then, yeah, for a 20 with combat division, this is not great. So let's just make a few adjustments here with all this experience that we have and see how we can improve it. So let's do they not have anti-tanks? Because I haven't seen them use anti-tanks anywhere in here. I bet they don't have tank destroyers. I'm going to take a wild guess they don't have tank destroyers, which means I would have to supply them. So we'll just do anti-tanks in here, I suppose, for the Russian divisions. And, okay, they don't have any mechanized in here. That's what the problem is. So let's go and get the mechanized in. Where the mobile? So let's go ahead and do some mechanized units. They're going to look a little bit different design than we typically use. And organization's looking all right. I think this is probably good. Yeah, I think this is, well, we got to use them for defense more. Maybe we should do more mechanized in that case. Yeah, this is what we'll do here. This looks pretty solid. So let's go ahead and save that. And then we'll take a look at the infantry divisions and see what improvements we want to do with them. I'm going to get rid of these here, not because we need to, but just to make it look clear for me. So get some artillery in there. And again, we're just rocking 20 widths for the Russian ones. And we do have to use like all of our damn experience here, man. We might not even have the experience to do everything I want to do with them. We'll have to slowly add it in there. But that looks good for right now. Let's go ahead and save that. And I should change up some stuff here. We're going to have to pull back on a lot of these. What are they lacking? Oh, they don't have the mechanized. I have to supply them with the mechanized, don't I? All right, well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and give them mechanized. We have plenty. So we'll supply them with the mechanized equipment. What else do they need? All right, looks like we should just redo these because it's all messed up. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so we got them up to 10 here. All right, so that fixed it. I couldn't tell how we were looking. All right, so we'll go 15. And let's take a look at the infantry and see if we want to go a little bit higher in there. I think we could. Yeah, all right, so that looks good. That's going to get us an absolute ton of divisions from the Russians. And we're also going to go ahead and start moving some Russian troops over to our front. Since we can't pull the Russians in. That was something I planned on doing. Pulling the Russians in eventually once we shorten up the front a little bit, since we couldn't cover the whole thing. But that doesn't make any sense at this point, because what I didn't know is that Japan is guaranteeing both Germany and Italy. I thought they were only guaranteeing Germany, so I thought we could declare war on Italy and avoid war with the Japanese, but that is not not possible, unfortunately. So if we bring Russia in, then they'll have to defend this border here. So we just won't bring them in until a little bit later. And instead we'll bring the troops across the seas to come help us out. So just bring everybody over here. And then we'll just have them take the seas. It's going to take a little while. We got a few things we got to do, so we'll have time to get them over here. Now, I tried to ask for access from the Germans. They are not willing to accept. You see, we're getting a -5 because of the opinion here. We could actually increase this. Where the hell was this? Right here. So we could get rid of that. If we got it up to 100 opinion rating, then they would still be short by 10, -10 to accepting. So there's just no way to get them to accept military access, unfortunately, so that we could just move our troops across. That'd be the more convenient thing, but it's not an option. We're going to keep this front, and we're going to put all the troops on here. And I'm bringing 34 divisions. We're going to have a 24 division army of just infantry for defense, and a 10 division army for like, you know, counterattacks and stuff like that. Maybe to attack over here or something. So that's the plan. So we're gonna move all these guys over here, and I think that's everything we need to do. I did name a division based on your guys' design, or your guys' suggestions. For the medium tanks, Michael's Morning Star, named after Michael the Brave. So that's what the medium tanks will be called. All right, so I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and let it play. I think I did everything. I'm probably missing something. Oh yes, let's go ahead and have, or we're not going to build this. We'll keep one going towards submarines, and that's it, guys. Also, somebody brought this up. We are not using very many dockyards for repair, so I never noticed that. So we want to go ahead and do that so we can repair more submarines at a time. Also, this one, we're going to make sure that they're set to automatic split off. We're just going to train those submarines up. And of course, they will take a little bit of damage while doing so. So yeah, we're just going to move all these troops, move them over to our lands through, oh yes, I forgot Mongolia, but through the ports, and we'll see how that goes. These guys can just jump into that training army there. So somebody brought up Mongolia, because Mongolia is still part of the Comintern. So if we like declared war on Iran, as some people, or Iraq, as some people suggested, to be able to raise our conscription laws so that we can change these, I'm a little bit worried that either one of them could join a faction, because we are considered a major power now. We have a ton of factories. So when major powers attack minor powers with world tension this high, there is a chance that they can join the allies, and I'm worried that will happen. So we're not going to risk that. But Mongolia is already in a faction, so we don't have to worry about that. The question is, do they have enough divisions? They do not. They have 12 divisions. Remember, I'll just show this to you guys. So if we wanted to change over to service by requirement, you see that you have to be at war, and then estimated enemy strength ratio of 60% or more compared to our army. So I want to say that's not based on divisions. I think that's based on factories, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it is divisions, I don't know, but either way, 12 divisions. It might be divisions. 12 divisions and barely any factories. That is not 60% of what we have, guys. So that is not an option, because yeah, we have 175 divisions. So if it was based on divisions, you would need, like 100 divisions. And if it's based on factories, they would need even more. So we could not declare war on Mongolia just to quickly change over our conscription laws. It was a nice idea, and it would have been great if it would have worked. They're just not powerful enough for us to change conscription laws. The game knows that you would want to do that, and I think it's to try and avoid you just doing a short little war to just, be able to change conscription laws and stuff. So what we want to do is, I thought we had requested all their forces. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have. So we're going to go ahead and send them some more equipment. We're going to send the Russians some more equipment as well. Although I think they might actually have everything they need. We'll take a look at them. I think they are building mechanized, though. So yeah, let's go ahead and send the... we'll just focus on the Bulgarians, I suppose. Let's send them all of our equipment that we have, all our excess. And just try and get them flipped over here. So we can give them some infantry equipment. Trying to see what else we are kind of stockpiled on. And give them a little bit of motorized. Not gonna give them too much. And again, just a one-time. And we'll see what else we've got. We got some artillery guns that we can give them, some old ass guns here. Let me see how many we had. We had 400, so we'll just do 432. And once. And frankly, we got to give them a lot of equipment to be able to get this ticked down some. We're going to give them like 1,000 of this. That'll help. And then like I don't know, 1,500 of this. The anti-air here. That helps a lot. Might not be enough, but let's just see. Let's just go and send that off. And I don't know if I might have sent a monthly one on accident there, guys. We'll fix it if that's the case. Let me just take a look here. Oh, we gotta wait anyways. All right, so just waiting for these troops to get over here so they can send them across the seas. We did get formation flying. Let's just keep on going down these air doctrines. And yeah, we'll just try and do what we can for the manpower, guys. As I said, I got rid of a lot of the air wings. I got rid of like 6 air. Well, it wasn't quite 6. I think it was 4 air wings actually. Got rid of those air wings. Got rid of some of the subs, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And we have more Russian divisions get trained up here. And yeah, we'll just build like a little front. Well, actually, you know, we don't really need to train these guys. We could just throw them instantly. Oh yes, there's one more thing I wanted to do. These cav divisions. What we could do is switch them all over to something as well. Let me see how much manpower they currently have to see how we might want to do this. We could also just get rid of them as well rather than switch them over. It's 4,000 manpower apiece. So yeah, we could get 40,000 manpower from deleting all these or switching them over. I don't really see any benefit to switching them over besides it being harder for me to tell. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna delete them. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, you could argue either one might be more efficient. They give us 40,000 manpower, and so that should allow us to, and we mainly want to get the Iron Guard for defense. So that should allow us to get more of these guys. There we go. All right. I had completely forgot about the CAD divisions. We can just use the Russian divisions for this job here. We won't even train any of these guys. We'll just use them all for this job. Okay. So it looks like we got our first divisions over here. So let's go ahead and tell them to instantly, as soon as they get there, to come across the seas and enter into one of our ports here. We'll just have them enter into Istanbul. And those kind of slowly make their way on over here. And we'll train the ones that aren't trained once they get here. I just want to hurry up and get them here. And you know, the longer we wait, you know, obviously I don't want to bore people, but you know, with a build up, some people are saying they like the build up period. I know that others think that it's boring though. Let's go and pick these guys and throw them in the train army. I don't want to bore people on this, but we wouldn't win, guys. I don't think. I don't think we'd be able to hold here. There's too many divisions along here. You know, with the higher level forts, we got pretty good chances with like a level 5 fort as we have across here. That's not, you know, that's even with you know, with 2 divisions in each with level 5 forts. I think we got good chances. But they eventually will push us back, guys. You can only hold for so long before they damage all the fortifications. And what are we missing here? Rubber. Of course, it's always rubber. Goddamn rubber, man. So yeah, are they part of the Allies? Actually, no. I'm curious now. Just take a look. They are not. So we got the radar, so we can go ahead and build some more modern radar. And let's go ahead and do. I feel like we should work on getting the nukes, man. So let's go and start working on that. And let's build more radar. Oh, well, no. Let's build forts. We'll build radar later, after we get the fortifications, guys. Let's get these forts all the way across. It takes time. It takes time, man. And we're going to keep on getting this rubber, this beautiful rubber here, man. And slowly we'll require less rubber to trade for. So that'll be nice. In fact, I'm even willing to like cut this one back since it's sending up a notification there. And, well, you know what? We shouldn't trade with the Axis before trading with anybody else. So we're going to pull those back, and then we'll just trade with Brazil now and Liberia. We'll see how that looks. All right, looks pretty good. We are short on steel again. Let's go and trade more with the Americans. I think we're already trading enough with the Russians, guys. Let's take a look and see how close we are to getting these 2 annexed over here. Well, not annexed. We don't want to annex them. We got them pretty low. But again, as you can see, yeah, that the subject exporting is taking that up quite a bit. Bulgaria got a lot more to do there. We got the Recon Company 2s. So I'm trying to scroll up here. We are close enough to 1945 to start getting 1945 tanks. So yeah, I think we will go ahead and go down that route. Let me just make sure. It's been a day or so since I played, so I want to see what all we have. Could get the modern tanks. Start getting those upgraded. We're already getting that one. I guess we can improve these troops here. But you know what, let's go ahead and start with the support companies. Obviously, field hospitals and engineer companies are going to be imperative, super helpful, you know, with our manpower issues, and obviously getting higher fortifications is really nice as well. So what is it, just more, yeah, just more rubber problems. It's fine, I understand. You can only give me 6. All right, so yeah, these guys are training up, and hopefully it shouldn't take them too long to get all these troops around. It looks like I think everybody has left. That's the way it seems. We have a few troops still kind of moving around and stuff, but it does look like everybody has started their way on over here. So yeah, you can see them coming up through here, and we'll just put the Russians onto the front, and that will help us out quite a bit, guys. I think we should be able to have, at the very least, 2 divisions in each province, perhaps as many as 3. We'll see, and 3 would be enough with high-level forts and 3 divisions. I think that'd be enough, guys. With the air, if we control the skies, which I'm going to really try to do. Speaking of, I don't think we have any planes training up right now. No, we don't. All right, yeah, all the ones that were lower skill level, I did just get rid of for right now. And we have 241 manpower, so it looks like we have filled out these ones. Excellent. And we got improved infantry equipment 3. So let's go ahead and go get the good stuff for the mountain troops and all the special forces. Yeah, let's go ahead and increase these guys, their abilities. And I don't know about modern tanks yet, guys, because we have the big old stockpile of medium tanks. I know it would be really useful to get them. I think eventually we will. We'll just do like a new design for them, and then we can kind of switch over to them. All right, and decisions available. Anti-Fascist Raids. Let me see how we're doing on this. So fascism's at 44%, 45% for not aligned. Democratic is lower. And the reason why fascism is still, despite us not having that, you know, the national spirit that was increasing fascism, because when you do get rid of any other ideology, it doesn't just go into yours. So as we get rid of the democratic one, it goes into the other ones. And so that's the reason why we're having some issues with that. So yeah, let's go ahead and tick the anti-fascist, or do the anti-fascist raids again. And I think we are good. Can't do the anti-democratic ones because they're not at 10% right now. Okay, we do have military factories to get assigned. Again, I think we're getting these all from the Russians. We are so stockpiled on equipment, man. Let me just see. I feel like just getting planes so that we can compete with the. And I never did cancel that. I knew I was gonna fucking forget to cancel the anti-air that we were given to the Bulgarians. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go to modify this. I knew I had done it like monthly, and I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna cancel it. It's fine. And I forgot. So we are gonna have to put this into anti-air now because you know, we sent them all away. So we're short on rubber again. It's because we're not getting everything. Ah, shit. All right, so that's a bummer. So yeah, they have less to give us, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a real shame. So now we're short on rubber a bit. Trade with Belgium. I just hate having to trade for so little. And yeah, the fucking steel is always an issue too, because we keep getting these damn factories, man, from the Russians. And so another thing from moving to from the submarines to the dockyards is I want to say that each dockyard here going towards convoys is only 1 steel, while it's 2 for the submarines. And man, it looked like we had a shortage of. For temporarily, we do. The United States, we're not getting the. Okay. Having some problems with getting stuff from the U.S. And put these guys in here. And so these troops here will be set up to defend this border first. Once it's fully defended, then we'll start setting up an army to defend the border on Manchuria. But of course, we will not be bringing the Russians into the conflict. They're not. It's going to be ready for some time. And we'll wait till the German front is drastically reduced to about what this is right here. And we have both of the fronts covered with all of their divisions. That's the plan. I guess we could go ahead and deploy these guys now so we can start sending them over to our lands. Now again, we are going to need to use some in their lands too. That's something to consider as well. Yeah, let's go and start deploying these. And the great thing is we can deploy them straight on the damn front if we want to. Okay, I don't want to deploy them all over here. So let's do this the way we'll do it. Where's their training army? Is it right there? Yeah, it's right there. All right, so we'll set these ones up and just kind of like, let's just get rid of, let's just do one time here. Go ahead and deploy like a few. I'm thinking, you know what, let's deploy 10 over here, and then we'll deploy the other 5 over here. All right, awesome. And then with these guys, same thing. We'll deploy a few over here, and maybe like 10 of them, and then deploy the rest over here. And I don't know if we'll build. Yeah, I guess we'll keep on building them. I was kind of letting them do their own thing, but yeah, this is quicker and easier. So yeah, I guess we could do more than one. And this time we're just gonna do 10 at a time, just so it's easier for me to keep track of this here. And do 10 of these guys as well. All right, so that looks good. And let's go and get all these units that we just got assigned somewhere. So what we're gonna wanna do is let's take, I almost wanna go ahead and take all these and send them over to our territory. But frankly, we need to get a border here with these guys. So let's go and create a new army over here. And I think that all of them will be on this front here. And so we're gonna want to have them going all the way across here. This might not be enough, I don't know. And we'll just set them to train while they're on the front. They are all the same experience with the exception of those medium tanks. That's okay. All right, and then the troops that we put over here, we'll go ahead and have them join this training army here. All right, so that should be enough to cover all the fronts, so then all future divisions can then just go to, you know, come to us. I don't know that we'll get them in time because, yeah, I don't want to wait too long. All right, there we go. Got them here already. Awesome. So let's go ahead and take any ones that need training and just kind of move them over here to our capital. Put them into a little training army real quick. Get them trained up. And then the rest of them here that we have will be going... it doesn't look like we have quite all of them. Okay, let me just do it this way then. And then, yeah, maybe we do have them all. Okay, so let's go ahead and take them, and we're going to set up 2 separate armies. So one with tanks. I thought I had 10. Oh, one's training. So set up that one, and then the other one here will be helping us cover one of the fronts here. So what we're going to do is, I think we're just going to give them their own front. Yeah. We're gonna give them their own front, like right along here, and then this will allow us to reduce the fronts. So let's go and have them protect across here is what I'm thinking, so that we can reduce both the yellow army and the red army's front. So like so, and then we'll see, let me stretch this out one more. We'll see how that looks. So let's get them placed all over there. And the medium tanks, I forgot about those guys that we have here. We're gonna be placing them into, I think we might just have a full medium tank army right here. And what I was thinking is, rather than having all of these tanks over here, we're gonna set up some over here for like cutting off right here. So we're gonna want these guys to have a little front right here. So let's go and take we'll take 5 of each, and then set them up right here. And then have them attack over that way. Could do a spearhead, but again, I'm not going to be manually controlling it, so it's not a problem. And they should all be assigned to that. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they are. So we just need to take, what is it, 4 up here and 4 down here. And make sure that they get assigned to this front. Oh, they already were. All right, so it worked out nicely. I don't know how that didn't work, but it did. So we'll take it. Looking for other places where we can cut off troops right here. So maybe we'll send some of these guys over there. Yeah, I think we will. Let's go and take 2 from each then. And then set up another front right here. All right, excellent. And we can go and change up their colors and stuff, kind of make this stand out more. This is our tank army. So we'll do that. And looking at what colors we currently have and don't have. We already have the blue. We don't have a dark purple, so it'll be dark purple. Okay. So yeah, we're already looking much stronger than we were. And we do have all these guys along here, so what we can go ahead and do is now pull back all these fronts. Let me see how the green army's looking. They're still trying to get some divisions up along the front. Remember, we have some that are training as well. So let's go and pull all these back here. And we'll kind of see how this looks. And also take a look at the ones that are training right here. They're not quite done yet. Neither are these guys. And we do have a tank done here. Let's go and place him onto this army, which is currently only at 3 divisions right now. We've got modern rubber processing, so we are done with the rubber ones, all the rubber techs. So that is very, very nice, and should help with the rubber situation some. So let's go ahead and could do some more radar tech. There's so much stuff to get though. We could also go ahead and start working on strategic bombers so that we had those. That would actually be pretty nice to have. Even getting some tactical bombers would be good too. But if we ever want to use nukes, we gotta have these strategic bombers. So I think we're gonna get those. And let me see if there's anything else that we need. Obviously modern tanks. You know, we're still getting techs there. And we're getting techs here. All right, this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and start working on the strategic bombers. I know we won't be able to build until the war's already started, more than likely. And let's go ahead and have these guys get ready to deploy here. And add one more. And also more problems with resources. Great. Oh man, UK doesn't have anything. Yeah, okay. Not surprising. I think that's it. Short on 3 rubber. How are we doing on getting... Okay, so we have these that are going to be building next. And I want to say that we are level 5 fortifications. All the way across here, guys. Getting them over this way. Again, I don't know that level 5 will be enough. Also, we're going to want to go further across here. So we'll start working on that now. We'll let them build those first so that we can stop trading for so much rubber. I guess I'll do this here in a minute. Let's go and get something picked. We got the field hospitals. So let's go ahead and do the engineer companies now. And as I said, I think because of these adjustments that we're making, we are going to have another episode of... you know, just building and preparing. That's what it is, man. All right, so the Blue Army, let's go ahead and bring them down quite a bit. Or maybe just 2 for right now. We'll see how that looks. Because, yeah, I want to say... yeah, the Red Army is kind of getting stacked on some of these provinces. Also, we have some more troops here. Let's get them deployed. We can go take a look and see if our other Russian troops are ready. And we just have so much manpower, the Russians do. Let's take a look. They're down to 714,000. I think we're going to stop building their troops now. We'll just take the ones they build. We'll do one more line of these. Yeah, we'll do one more line. And I don't know if we have enough for over here, but I'm just going to imagine that it's almost enough. So we're going to be sending all these guys over to us. All right, let's go and have... Can they all? No, they cannot. They can't deploy just yet. Not high enough yet. There we go. Let's go and deploy these guys. And then go ahead and build out a second line here. These guys aren't quite ready yet. And then once we finish up, I guess we're going to send these guys over now. Let's go ahead and get them coming over. I don't think they're in the port right now, are they? No. Get them going over there, and then we'll have them come on over to our lands. Here we go. And we'll take a look at these. When these guys are ready, we'll deploy them as well. Bring them on over to us. And looks like we also have these divisions are done and ready to train up. So let's go and put them into this train army here. And we'll go ahead and move this up here. Move this one down here. All right. So, yeah, I've got quite a few troops here. I think it should be enough to cover these 2 fronts. I think we're done. So it looks pretty good. Just need to train them up at this point. And we have divisions here. All right, what we want to do is let's just go and take these guys, have them come on over to here, and then where's that last one? You can come on into the training army here. All right, lovely. Let's take a look, see if these tanks are ready to deploy just yet. Not quite. Taking a little while to get fully trained up here. Once we get to 20% though, we'll deploy them. We'll just train them once we get them to our lands, just because it takes so long to get them there. And then we're gonna do 5 more. I think that should be good. I don't want to have them run out of manpower on us. And they're gonna continue building their own troops as well, so that's something to consider. All right, so we're gonna just take these guys and put them into, nope, not that one. Let's put them into their own separate army for right now. And then, god damn, I keep on forgetting that we have to go to the port first. And here we go. All right, so this is the last of the troops that we're gonna bring to us. All right, so yeah, we're actually looking pretty good, guys. I think we should. I'm not sending too many divisions over here, simply because, and man, I don't like that this is. Damn, we're gonna change this color. This is not gonna work. Do we have like a lighter? Let's do like that. That looks good. But I don't have too many troops over here because, I mean, like these divisions are so weak. This is gonna be really, really easy to push forward out here, I think. All right, so let's go and take these guys. Put them on that front there, and probably have to have a full army here to get it fully filled out. These guys are ready to train up. And yeah, the Japanese are doing so well. Again, I think it is because they're so embarrassed, man. We could have these guys go straight into our little training army here. Is this the training army? Yeah, it's always gonna mess me up. They're not green. Peasants, man. Alright, so these guys are still training. And then we have 2 divisions here that are done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one and put them onto this green front. Use the, the infantry for defending, while we use our tanks in the army here, which we have 18 divisions total. So let me see, we have 10 there, and I think 4 in the other 2. So let's go ahead and put a 5th one here. We'll just kind of cut these guys off right here. Right, yeah, we'll just cut whoever's off there. I mean, it's just an easy little cutoff point. We'll see how it works, how it ends up going. Let's go and keep on building our land forts. Got distracted. So where the hell did we stop? Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't think we'll go past level 5 in this area because you'll notice that they don't have as many divisions here due to supply and the fact that we don't have as many divisions along here. So I think level 5 will be fine here. And on the other side, we will go up a little bit higher. I should have just did level 5 right away. And Australia has capitulated. So yeah, the Japanese, man, are doing so good in this campaign. I really wish they would have done this well in our campaign. That would have been nice. Oh, did I just take them and put them in the wrong one? I did. My bad, guys. We want them in this one here. Just kind of throwing me off. Alright, so these guys are all training, and we got one of these guys done. Yeah, the green front's looking good. We can probably decrease some of the fronts again. Let me see, I'm probably going to decrease this way. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and bring the green army across. We'll see how it looks. It might be a little bit too wide. We'll see. And also want to bring the blue army down some. I don't like how wide the blue army's front is. Let's actually... We're getting another army coming, so this is fine. This is how the blue army's going to look, guys. I think that looks pretty solid. And we'll probably put a couple more divisions over here on this front as well. And hopefully they're starting to get worried. And so many damn training armies, I can't keep them all. I can't keep them all separated. I have no idea which ones are which. So I'm getting the hang of it. These guys are in our lands. Those are the Russian ones on the, in the west, and those are the Russian ones in the east. Got dive bombing. All right, so let's go ahead and go direct ground support. But yeah, I think it's looking good, guys. I feel pretty confident that we are going to be able to declare war next episode on the Germans. Yeah, I think this looks solid, guys. We did it without having to change our manpower laws. Because remember, we have another army coming. They might already be here, in fact. Nope, they're not here yet. Still waiting on them to make their way across. Here they come. All right, so that'll be another army. And remember, I told you guys we needed at least 5 full-size armies, and we'll have 6 full-size armies. So I feel pretty good about it, guys. And that's not even counting all the medium tanks that are in their own separate armies. I think we're in a good spot. Let's go and get these ones first. And yeah, the Anti-Fascist Raids. How are we looking? Call me crazy, but does it not look like... What is the Legionary Romania? This is weird, man. Where did we get this one from? Oh, this is point 20. That must be from the Germans. Yeah, I think we got this one from the Germans. We didn't even get a choice on it. Damn, man. Yeah, there's just no way to, I mean, we can keep doing these, but yeah, there's no way to deal with this, man. Point 20? I told you guys you couldn't deal with point 10. Definitely can't deal with point 20. Good God, man. Yeah, it's just ticking higher and higher. All right, that's kind of a shame. I don't know that we'll be able to do anything about it, guys. Huh. Surprised we're still short on steel here. All right. But yeah, I don't want to trade with the Russians anymore because, you know, especially once they start fighting here, you're going to see the start. You can already see it's, yeah, I think it might be ticking up already. And we have the anti-democratic raids again, so we're going to do those. It's not like we're not stacked on political power, so it's not really that big of a problem. And yeah, we don't have any fucking steel, man. Shit. And the Americans, I'm not entirely sure. Are they being invaded, or is it just like problems with convoy situation? Yeah, they're not invaded. But man, look at this. Japan has conquered everything. They have Hawaii. That happened on, I think, the previous episode. Japan is a beast. This is probably the best I've ever seen Japan do, which is a little bit frustrating because I want them to do well in the campaigns when I'm fighting against them, and they never do. So that's irritating. So, short on mechanized. What else are we short on? Looks like that's it. So we're going to want to put the factories into mechanized. But yeah, we got to figure out where we're going to get this damn steel from. So we're getting some from the Brits. It fixes it a little bit. Do they have another one to give us? They do. They were having some problems with it. Yeah. Let's trade with the French. Oops. Hold up. We do not need that much. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got the steel situation pretty much dealt with. Though, yeah, we keep having problems, man. We're not getting anything from the Americans. I almost want to just, like, not trade with them anymore just because we're having problems with them because they can't protect their convoy lanes, man. Trade with the French instead. Hopefully we'll stop having problems here. And, of course, rubber. Always an issue. Luckily, we don't need as much anymore. We don't need this from the French or from the Belgians. Yeah, we're starting to kind of depend on our own rubber now, which is really, really good. All right, fantastic. In fact, yeah, we actually have a surplus of rubber now. Let's go and stop trading with Siam. Okay, so as we got these here built, and yeah, that should actually result, oh, maybe not. So I have to build some more. We'll do that in the war. Now from here on out, let's just focus on getting the forts up to the level I want them to be, and then we're gonna be done. So let's go. Here we finished, yeah, and then we'll be ready. Level 5s across here. Oops, that's the goal here. To get these level 5s done, and then over here, at least like level 6, I think will probably be good. As you'll notice, we already have 2 to 3 divisions in every province. We did get the engineer companies done. Awesome. So that means they're going to be more entrenched too, so that's another thing to consider. And I bet we have these troops here. We do. All right, so let's go and get these guys placed. Well, they need to train, so we'll train them up. I forgot we didn't train them, so that's what we'll do. Get them training here, and we do have some more Russian divisions to fill out this green army. There we go. It is completely filled out. Might be a little bit too wide. Yeah, the green front might be a bit wide. We might need to make some adjustments there. We'll see. We have another army training here, so yeah, we'll be able to make some big adjustments. And we'll take these guys, and I suppose we can start an additional. Oh no, this is what we'll do. I'm gonna actually take some of the tanks off and put them over here into this army here. In fact, this will probably be like 2 separate armies is what I'm thinking. One in the east and one in the west. Yeah, that's what we'll do. This will be this army here under the Hillfighter guy. And we'll just go ahead and add some divisions along here. And in fact, let's go ahead and go like this so they cover all this here. And we'll go ahead and take some troops from some of these other armies, some of the tanks from these other armies here, right where they're mainly on the defense. And yeah, let's just take all their tanks, man. And throw them over here. And then these guys can then go into this army here. And can we train more troops? We could train one more. Get one more going. Alright, looking good. So we're now 22 divisions, and you know what? Let's go ahead and garrison this. Just go and garrison here. And then we'll assign these troops to go straight into there. There we go. So I'll have to keep messing with it. Alright, so we do have more divisions, I'm guessing, that the Russians built. Yes, sir. So let's go and put them into this training army here. And, oh, look at that. Lovely. So we have a ton of divisions done training here. So let's go and put them into that orange army. And that might be the 24. No, it's not. Not yet. We're up to 16. Alright, so we got this finished up. We're not going to build any. We'll just wait until we get the more modern ones. And also, these guys are all done training, so let's go and take these, put them into their own little separate army here for training purposes. Oh, damn it. I said their own separate army. I always forget you have to do it through here, unlike with the navies. And go ahead and take these and color something similar. Oh, Lord. Try to make it somewhat similar to that color. There we go. And then put these guys set to train, since these ones no longer need to train. We'll have to give them a commander. We'll only have to get a lot of commanders for all these different armies that we have. I took the commander away from these guys. They had a pretty good commander. Took him, assigned him somewhere else. Yeah, so we're just training troops up, and we're almost there, guys. Almost. I wanted to the point where when we finish this episode, we're there, basically. And we're ready to do the damn thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this factory assigned to something. Again, you can see we're having steel problems still, man. Fuck shit, private. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put this into, I think we're still short on, let me just double check on this. Looks like the motorized, running low on that. I'm not entirely sure why. Are we still Lend-Leasing to somebody? I'm gonna have to take a look at that, guys. We need to Lend-Lease the Bulgarians, by the way, some of this equipment that we have. So we'll do that here in a minute, but yeah, let's go and get this assigned. We're stack on mechanized now. I guess we'll just do support equipment. I almost want to stop assigning the factories, because right now, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna stop assigning. We don't need all these damn factories, man. Let's just stop and just leave them. It's fine. We don't need all this freaking equipment. We have so much equipment, guys. Let's go and pull this back so I can stop trading for steel, and we'll have more factories for actually building shit that we do need. So let's go and just pull back a lot of this. And then we shouldn't have to trade for as many resources. Because, I mean, we're stacked on everything, man. Like, it's just completely unnecessary to be building this much. And we could be building planes instead. So that's something benefit that we get here. I'll go and pull back on the support equipment bit. And just pull back on a lot of this and just keep the factories just sitting there and not do anything. Just so I don't have to trade for these freaking resources, man. So yeah, we can stop trading with the Russians. And the Americans, more than likely. Yeah, we only have to trade one. We can stop trading here. Although I think we should probably tick back on what we're getting from the Russians, man. Because they are going to start ticking an autonomy. We'll just go 80. And then we'll trade with everybody else instead. Although that's probably offsetting. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, so that's a bummer. Alright, that'll have to do. Alright, so we'll just leave the factories we get, man. So we don't have to worry about these. We do have to trade for more rubber, though, so we're going to trade with Siam. At least temporarily. Alright, so let's take a look at the fort situation, see how we're doing. I'm getting these done. Alright, so these are all up to level 4, so let's get them up to level 5. And remember, once these are all level 5, we can then start working on over here in the west, getting these up to like level 6 or so. I think 6 will probably be good. I mean, we have so many troops on our fronts now that's not really so much of an issue at this point, because we're doing pretty decent, man. I like how things are looking. We just needed to kind of change our strategy up a little bit, do a few things differently, man. Alright, so let's go and place these guys into the blue army, and then the blue army, we're just going to take some of their divisions and put them into this army here. Some of these tanks. Oops. Take some of these tanks and move them across, move like one over here, and then one of the light tanks into this one. And that gets them up to 23 divisions, so one more division. We'll have a full army for the tank army, and we might end up splitting those since we do have so many tanks, as I said. And you know, we could always do that now. Create a couple different armies here. Have them go into this one instead. And yeah, that looks all right. Yeah, we'll just have two separate ones here. That does mean we're gonna have to delete that front. and then have... Good God, where's that guy coming from? All right, just take... We'll wait to do that. That's fine. Let's let them go to where they're going. Same thing here. Just delete this. I'll just redo it. Okay. And so I think this is the last Iron Guard unit we're going to train until the end of the war, guys. And you know what? We're going to go and deploy all these as well. And then that'll be it for the Russians, man. We'll let them build their own troops from here on out. All right, so it's going to take a lot of these guys, put them onto... Let's put them into this training army here. And where are the rest? Put the guys into that training army. All right, beautiful. All right, so I'm trying to get over to this guy. Let's go and place him over here. They're up to 19. They need 5 more divisions, which, as you guys see, we have plenty. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So a bit of kind of strengthen up over here, because this might need 2 armies. I don't know that this will be enough. We'll just have to see how it looks. And extreme environmental training has been knocked out. Let's go and get the elite forces. And it improves the paratroopers and the mountain troops. Oh, good God, man. Fucking fort management. The Allies just can't... They're just having so many problems. Probably because of Axis submarines. Like, how many ships do they have left? They got a lot of ships. The British have a large fleet. Americans still do too, but yeah, I think they're just having problems. German convoys, I guess. It's not something I'm probably going to help out with much either. We don't have naval bombers. We don't really have much of a surface fleet. So yeah, I don't know how much we'll be able to do. So these guys are now all done. All right, so let's go ahead and take them and put them onto this frontier. We'll take however many we need. I think it's 5. Put them onto there. All right, so that gets them up to 5, and that's enough for the crappy supply in this area, guys. So we'll take the rest of them and get them moving over somewhere else. Just put them on this front for right now. As I said, I think we'll have to have 2 separate fronts here. I don't think 24 divisions will be able to cover this whole area. Or not enough anyway. And plus, we might have to defend the ports on this side of things, guys. Oh, these guys are done. All right, so for right now, we'll just stack them up into 2 armies, or into 1 army, and then we'll split it later. I don't feel like doing it right now. So this is actually just about the end of the episode. I'm trying to get to where we're like, we're ready. But we're almost there. Not quite though. Still got these troops that are trained here, 21 divisions. So we want to get those finished up. But yeah, look at how strong they are, man. Yeah, they're stacked up. But I think they'll have a lot of trouble getting through our forts. And look at this. I mean, we are, we have like 3 divisions of many of these provinces here for the Blue Army. So yeah, not looking too shabby, man. Obviously, the other front's a little bit wider. Damn steel. Alright. Let's trade with the French then. We still need to trade a little bit more. Oh, damn it. And that's still too much. I hate doing this, man. This is like the worst part of the game. When you get like this far, dealing with all your factories and trading for resources and just all the divisions. I don't know, it's one thing I don't like about the late game. It's kind of irritating, all the micromanagement with all the different stuff. All right, so these guys here could come up over to this army. Let me take a look, see how they're looking as far as like their composition, how many tanks they have. All right, so it looks like we have 6 tank divisions. I think that's probably enough for over here with this low supply region. So these guys will just move over to... so we're going to take these 2, have them place into that just to get rid of this here, and then we'll have these guys go into this army. We're trying to get them up to 48, so that's a full 2 armies for covering this territory here. All right, beautiful. So that's it. That's all we're training here. These 20-something divisions, man, and they'll be ready. Oh yes, I forgot. We need to start a Lend-Lease here with them, try and get them. See if we can't get them annexed. So we got a ton of equipment here we can give them. Let me see what else we got. A lot of support equipment we can give them. So we'll go ahead and give them that. Again, I just got to remember to do the one time. And we're going to give them like 5,000 support equipment. That should be... what do we need to get them to? Let's just do this. Let's just finalize it, man. Let's see what we got to get. 556. So that's what we're shooting for this last shot so that I can fucking annex these guys. So we can get it done. Oh, not request forces. we want to start a Lend-Lease. All right, so that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and get it up to, so we'll just give them 6,000. That's 365. See what else we can give them. What we have a lot of. So this is newer infantry equipment. Because I'm at 377. Infantry equipment just doesn't have much of an effect, honestly. Alright, we might need to do like all support equipment. Give them a little bit of motorized, I guess. Takes it up to 382. You know what? Let's just do 8,000. And that's pretty close. We could try building their land a little bit to kind of finalize it. Since we're going to we'll be using all this land. We can just go ahead and get, well, we can't get synthetic refineries, damn it, that's the one thing I want. Let's do some civilian factories then. Alright, so that might be enough. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Alright, so, of course, they've accepted. Hopefully I did that right. I guess we'll find out. I didn't send them too much shit. And did a monthly one, as I've done like a dozen times now. I got Logistic Company 4, so yeah, we're ticking these up, man. We're getting all these techs done. And yeah, it's a bummer we had to do 3 episodes to repair, but it is what it is, guys. And I guess we can do reconnaissance next. Alright, we could go ahead and give... we don't need to give the Russians any more equipment, they're fine. Alright, so let's take this guy and play some over here. Oh, we have a few divisions, apparently. Okay. So again, just waiting for these ones and the forts, and then we're ready. And we'll be ready to go, guys. And I feel like they won't be able to break through now, even with all their divisions. Not with the high-level forts, man. I don't think they can do it. And we're going to go ahead and start building those high-level forts. We're there. We're ready. You know what? We're not going to build high-level forts here, because I feel like we can break through here. We'll build right here, because I'm going to try and take this territory from the Italians. So let's go ahead and have... level 6 forts all the way across just the blue and red front, more than likely. Maybe stop right there. Yeah, because I don't really care if we lose. If we lose this, we lose it. Yeah, I think that's good. That's where we're doing up to level 6, maybe higher, if we have the time. Do the Anti-Fascist Raids again, though. Man, it just feels like there's not going to be any way to stop this, man. With that .20, yeah, we're already at 51%, man. Our stability is going to be garbage when we go to war. And yeah, we have this until May 46, so it's going to be another 6 months of us having problems with the fascist support. Man, we were doing so good at getting that ticked down. And then whoever that was, I'm assuming that's the Germans that gave that to us, screwed us over. Alright, so yeah, I think definitely next episode, guys, we'll be able to declare war. So let me just see how we're doing on the forts. Are we done up here? Just about getting those level 5s, man. And I think we're already starting on the... yeah, we're already starting getting these forts over here. Alright, that is awesome. Yeah, I don't think they're going to break through, guys. I feel pretty good about it now. Still don't have any manpower. I was going to start making planes with any excess manpower that we got, but yeah, we don't have any excess manpower. I suppose we're still building up... yeah, this Iron Guard unit. We can just go and deploy him. And we got the elite forces. So we could go and get the paratroopers now. Let me see if there's anything else to get other than modern tanks, which we are going to do here. Could have done rocket artillery in this one just because we ended up playing so damn long. We're already doing planes, right? Yeah, we're already doing the strategic bombers. Could go and start working on jet engine stuff. We need to get the rocket engine tech, though, of course. So let's go ahead and get that. So we start getting jet engines and have that advantage. Let's get the experimental rockets, and then we'll just have to get these here. These 3. 94 days. And maybe we'll have like a tech advantage on the Germans. I mean in the air. We got nuclear reactors, so we can start building those. Remember, we do have the bonus towards building those that we got from our national focus tree. So we want to start building those. However, since we don't have the ability to build the bombs yet, let's not get this. Let's finish these forts, guys. And if I was to build anything, we should be fixing the rubber issue. So let's get the forts done so that we can declare war. That's the priority here, guys. This is what we have left to get the level 6 forts. And I think that's probably as high as we go. We could go, higher up to like 7 or 8. I just think it'll take too long. I'm not willing to wait. I'm being impatient. So let's get these guys, and then we'll start building those once we have them. And let's get... looks like he's the only one over here. He's a train. You guys are taking forever to train. Alright, here we go. Awesome. That's what we're waiting on. So we can start the new army. Alright, we're gonna have to kind of like get these guys all assigned and stuff. It's not perfect yet, guys. I'll move them around later. So this is the last thing we're gonna do. We're gonna go and set up this army here, and I'm gonna see where we want to put them. So we have our yellow army here for that area, so we'll move these guys over here. And just trying to see where that front is. Alright, we're gonna need to change them up a little bit just to make it a little bit clearer. The difference, it's really hard to tell though. I hate how the colors work on this game for the lines. It looks odd, man. Alright, so get those guys onto the front. And go and get these guys assigned, and then we're done. Oops, wrong one. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. You know, obviously we had this long episode of just preparing, but I think we are ready now. You know, just about. We got a few divisions left to train. These guys are just about done. We still got that there. Yeah, these guys are just about done. Did we delete the one that I had over here? I did not. All right, those are really old. So let's get these placed into the blue army. And then again, we'll just be pulling like the blue tanks out and putting them into the other armies here. So like this one here. So let's see, we got light tank divisions. How many do we have? We have 5. 1 medium tank. All right, so this is what we'll do. We're just gonna take one of the medium tanks, put them on over here. All right, so that looks pretty good. So I feel like with this new army that's building up, that's almost done here, and that we're going to be getting moved over here. That's 10 divisions now. So it won't be a full-size army unless we give them some medium tanks. More than likely we won't, so we're just going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they'll just cover these 5 provinces here with their 10 divisions, and I think we're ready, guys. Yeah, I mean, there's just 1 division left, but I don't think we're going to wait on him. I think we're just about there. Yeah, we'll just rearrange the fronts, let them get entrenched, get their planning bonuses, and then I feel ready as soon as we get these forts done. And that's it. That's all we got left to do, guys. Get those level 6 forts, and we'll declare war. And I feel that they won't be able to break through, even with all the divisions they have. I don't think they'll be able to do it. I think the forts are just too high. Entrenchment, you know, with the multiple divisions we have, we're also going to be working to increase the size of the front in some areas, like here, getting these guys cut off and destroyed. Other little areas, we'll keep these little you know, these little small tank armies here. We're going to take them and just kind of move them into places. You know, we'll wrap this up first, get all these guys cut off and then destroyed, and that'll drastically reduce the size of the front. And then we'll continue doing stuff like this, where it's just easy to cut somebody off. You just burst through here and then cut those guys off. There's other areas as well, like right here, we can do the same thing. So that's what we'll do. We'll just find little spots to cut them off and then destroy units. And it's just going to be a nice slow drag. I think it's going to be incredibly challenging. I think it's going to be a real tough fight. The Germans are just the Axis period are incredibly powerful, just insanely powerful. We can look at the current war here, and you can see that the Allies have lost double the men. But yeah, Germany's at 3.71 million casualties, not that much higher. Japan's taking a lot more though. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the fighting's going on in the Pacific right now. Just taking a look at the current manpower, they still got a lot. All adults serve. How about the Italians? Still a lot, and all adults serve. But they got to be having production issues. They got a lot of factories though, so maybe not. And the Japanese, we'll look at them as well. They have, yeah, quite a bit as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode, even if it was just a building episode. Look at this, the Japanese are invading here. Man, the Japanese are monsters, man. They're kicking ass in this campaign. I wish they had done that in the Dutch one or any other one where I was more focused on fighting the Japanese. That would have been nice to have a real challenging fight here in the Pacific. Kind of a bummer it happened in this one where we really don't care about the Pacific theater. Is what it is, though. At least we'll get a good challenge fighting the Germans. Looking forward to it. I do hope to see you on that episode where we're going to declare war on Germany. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. And thanks for watching.